Hello folks, today I will make a video about strategies that might make you profitable in 2025. This is not clickbait video as many others. So what is the strategy? We will use optimal trade entry, but with few new specific levels. And also, what are the requirements? So the requirements are simple, basic understanding of price action. What do I mean by that? So you will have to understand how to get the right direction of the market, like overall direction, either bullish or bearish. People may use different techniques, ICT, DT effects, etc. We will stick to ICT, and DT fix is almost the same, no matter what the creator of DT fix saying, Dave. It's basically the same thing. You should be a bit smarter than person with certain syndrome, and you will need a Fibonacci tool. Now let's see what are Fibonacci settings. We will need 7475 and 041. 7475 is basically rounded 75% retracement, but I took this strategy from AP Trades. This is not mine, but I used it a bit, and I can tell you that this is one of the easiest and most efficient strategies I've seen. It's not my main strategy, but if you wanna level up your game, if you wanna finally find profitability, this is the one you can stick to, and if it resonates with your mindset, you will definitely see results with it. So you as an ICT trader probably heard about institutional market structure, and ICT tells that there is nothing better than it, but it's very complicated with this short-term, long-term, intermediate-term highs, very confusing, and to some of you it might not be, but you wouldn't have been watching this video. So let's dive what classic market structure is. When price moves in certain price swings, and we use protected highs, lows, valid highs and lows to understand where price is going. I have more detailed explanation on it on my channel, but for this video I'll give quick explanation. So when we break a high, we form a protected low, and we want this pattern to continue to understand that we will keep moving, in this case higher. Usually we form 4 to 6, sometimes even 7, but 4 to 6 swings before changing direction, and I recommend you to, if you move up, to start entering into long positions after the 4th swing. So once we break a protected low, we form a valid high, and this usually forms around certain higher time frame price element, like fair value gap, breaker block, order block, or simply a zone. But more explanation obviously I have on my channel. So once we break a low, we form a valid high, and we expect change in the overall market direction. So now we expect to see lows to get broken. Also, you have to understand certain reversal patterns. This is simply a failure swing and fail to close, so this is simply gonna be a wick. So now let's get into the nuts and bolts of the strategy. So when we have a protected high, but in this case it's valid, but when we have a strong high above or low, but I will explain for shorts. We use our Fibonacci tool to get a retracement level, and we will simply enter off of 705 level and target a 41 retracement level. Why? Because this 41 level is simply one standard deviation from the high to 705. As you can see, this gives us a 1-to-1, and for some ICT traders, it's kind of uncommon to take anything less than 2R, but this gives us a 1-to-1. 1-to-1s allows us to find pretty many opportunities, and gives us room for mistake. So if price, for example, you for example, you misread the price action and there are fake flips. I explained how to find them on my channel, and price kept moving higher. Due to nature of our model, we have a very low target. You get your low hanging fruit objective and then price goes against you, but because you took 1-to-1, you are already in profit. Once you get more advanced and you get high win rate with this strategy, obviously you can target the low or these standard deviation levels. So moving on, as you can see, we get another opportunity to enter here, and the logic is the same, targeting 0.41 level. So now let's get to the live examples. So this is Nasdaq 1 minute chart, and as you can see, something caused the reversal here. So let's see what was that. So here we have our fair value gap and a zone. I remove fair value gap from here because zone was much more precise. So they overlap each other. Also, we have an order block. And as you can see, we precisely reacted off of it. So obviously, when we tap such a large zone, so as we know, bigger zones tend to give better reactions, we can expect a bounce off of it. So this would give us bullish bias. So once we drop down into 1 minute chart, you can see that, oh, we didn't tap the bullish order block, but still, we tapped 50% of the zone, we created a failure swing, and now, obviously, we broke the protected high. This high on 15 minute is protected, I checked it already, you can check it yourself. So, once we break this high, as you can see, this high is responsible for breaking this low, so now we have this valid low. We put our Fibonacci from low to this high, and as you can see, we tapped 705 level, and we could have exited at 0.41. Let's mark it out. And you can see here's our 1-to-1, and obviously here we tapped our zone. This zone was unmitigated. This is 5-minute zone, but it's also visible in 15-minute chart. So once we tap it here, because this is 1-minute chart, we can allow ourselves to trade counter trend, and we also have left the zone unmitigated. We mitigated 30%, and as I've taught on my channel, when we mitigate 30%, we can expect deeper mitigation to 70. Also, we have a sell side liquidity here, internal liquidity. So once we sweep buy side equal highs and tap 50%, we create market structure shift here, or simply a flip. So we put our Fibonacci from high to the low. As you can see, we precisely tapped 705 level and tapped our 0.41. You could have simply entered into a trade and get your profit. So this is basically it for today. In the second part, I will explain how to use 7475 level, but it's pretty the same. I hope you will manage to use this strategy successfully. I want to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor. I don't recommend you to use this with your personal funds, buy funded accounts and try to pass them with using this model. This is solely your decision to use this model with real money. I'm not suggesting you doing it, and I'm not suggesting to take any action using information found on this channel. I wish you good luck and good trading.